All it really takes is someone asking you what your last name is and what your family name is to know if you're old money or not. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created dolledupbyj. So in today's video, I have the glasses on because this is going to be an analytical discussion video. I think I'm a little bit late to the game on this one because I took such a break from YouTube, but some of you said you still wanted to see my thoughts on the old money trend, and the old money aesthetic, quiet luxury versus loud luxury in a sense video on my channel from a year ago has gotten so many views, so I'll link that below. And I wanted to do kind of an updated state of the union, like what my thoughts are on this whole trend. So if you're here for it, give the video a thumbs up and keep on watching. Okay guys, so the old money thing. I have very mixed thoughts about this, okay? Because there's so many ways to approach it. It's like there's quiet luxury, then there's old money, and this old money trend has really exploded on social media in the last 6 months plus, I would say. This fascination with looking like your old money outfit inspo, old money lifestyle. What is old money? Old money is someone who's basically come from generational wealth, who has millions and millions, if not billions of dollars under their family name. And it's associated with going to yacht clubs, polo clubs. You're spending the weekend at the equestrian club, at the tennis club. You love all of these rich people activities. And there's this whole kind of subculture that's taken off from having this old money look. I feel like it can be a bit problematic because at the end of the day, unless you're born into generational wealth, you're not old money, right? And there's videos online about this that people are trying to cosplay as rich people. It's a whole cosplay movement, like let's buy a beige blazer and pant set and put a, neutral top with it. There's a whole archive of all of these old money outfits and old money ideas and how to look expensive. And I think that you're really not fooling anyone unless you truly come from generational wealth. There's nothing wrong with wanting to dress old money, elegant, kind of understated. Old money is the lack of overly bright colors, logos, tons of prints. Everything is a bit more understated, a bit more demure. Now, I mean, I am everything the opposite of old money, I would say, with how I look today. Old money videos, posts, lifestyle, fashion archives, you don't really see super long hair extensions. You see beige, neutral, short cut nails. You see demure, beige, you see grays, you see white and black combo, The cool girls of TikTok have taken to this kind of ideal, and so many really popular influencers as well. They also have kind of a more classic beauty appearance, I am not saying that I'm someone who tries to look old money, that I'm trying to be old money. I think the trend has a time and a place for sure. And I think that as well, the world's response to these trends and these looks of more timeless classic clothing is also the response that people are getting sick of fast fashion. They're sick of all of these Y2K trends. They're sick of all of these influencer appearances where people will just do a Pretty Little Thing haul, nothing against that brand at all. And suddenly, they're the cool girls, they're showing all these cutout dresses during the summer, they've got all these cool mesh prints, they've got the Y2K glasses, they've got two-piece sets, and they're meant to be taken in a photo or at a music festival or wherever, and it's supposed to be really cool and trendy, but I think a lot of people as well are getting sick of this getting shoved down their throats. So people are also gravitating more towards timeless classics. I think there is a difference though between this kind of mania where it's like, let's look like old money, oh my gosh, like there was a post saying, I forget what it was, I'll try and find it. It was like, babe, your beige Zara blazer isn't fooling anyone, you're not old money, whatever. Nothing wrong with Zara at all. But I think it's almost a bit funny that there's these influencers out there that are making content that says, how to look old money on a budget and everything is fast fashion. But really the backbone of old money aesthetics is not fast fashion. It is very high quality knits, wools. You're not seeing polyester, you're seeing linens, fine cottons, fine fabrics like this, silks. It's not something you can purchase with fast fashion. From the distance, yes, you can wear monochrome, neutrals, do all of these things and look more kind of quiet luxury, understated, chic, timeless. But if someone were to look at your clothing up close, you could tell usually pretty quickly what's fast fashion and what's not just by the way the fabric looks. I think that the people that are putting out videos saying, look old money on a budget, you know, cool. Like there's a brand that I really like. It's called Urban Revivo, and they do a lot of Chanel inspired looks, and it's not always feasible to spend whatever it is, I don't even know, $8,000 on a Chanel dress or a suit, right? But you can get the look. Now, I think there's a difference between trying to look elegant and timeless than trying to fool people that you're old money, because really most people in the world, 99%, are not old money. You have to come from generational wealth. Also, this is discussed widely from Succession. I think that I was one of the original old money videos that referenced Succession a year ago. And now everyone in all the new old money videos seem to be talking about it, how it's very understated. The whole Burberry purse scene in Succession as well in this season, how they were making fun of the girl with the monogram Burberry tote bag at a kind of upscale function, you know, like she's gonna get a pair of flat shoes for the subway, she's got her lunch pail in there because she just doesn't fit in with these elites. She didn't get the memo, you know, that this isn't really the kind of bag that you wear to like a beautiful function like this. But obviously she maybe didn't have the means to have a bag that was more appropriate, or wasn't in the know enough. Or maybe she had the means, but she wasn't in the know enough to get the whole vibe of this is our society, this is our culture, this is what we represent, this is what we like, right? So I think there's different ways of going about it. I think that the look of old money and timeless classics, I think it's somewhat refreshing in a day and age where a few years ago it was all about Shein hauls and Zaful bikini hauls and Zara hauls and all of this, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting to look more timelessly classic if these are really pieces as well that you're going to wear over and over and over again. But if you're just going to fast fashion and doing a massive haul to try and emulate a trend, that's kind of the opposite of what the trend is about. The trend is about buying timeless pieces that have good quality fabrics that will last you years, and not necessarily hyper consuming in order to fit a new trend, which is the old money trend. I think that people who want to dress elegant and timeless and are on a budget, there's nothing wrong with it. But just because it's trendy as well doesn't mean you need to go out and do a massive haul with fast fashion where the fabrics, the cuts, the finishings are completely the opposite of this notion of old money aesthetic. I don't think that idolizing old money is a great idea as well, because it's entrenched in so many controversial topics, which there's many videos that you can go look at on YouTube for that. I think that the overall admiration of timeless classics is wonderful. I think it's different though than kind of flexing that you bought a $500 cap or t-shirt or, you know, 300-pound swim trunks just to show that you're old money or that you have the means to do so. Now listen, people that are super, super wealthy, whether they're old money or not, have different ways of dressing. I think that a lot of people that are old money, you probably won't even know what their names are, or if you Google them, you might not find much about them on the internet because they don't really live overly ostentatious lifestyles. Whereas celebrities, you know, there's a lot of celebrities out there that they have the means to wear whatever they want, but it's funny because celebrities and this old money trend, it doesn't really go hand in hand because celebrities are not old money. So many of them will dress in whatever way that they see fit and they can afford. And there's so many amazing icons out there as well that maybe have come from generational wealth. They don't necessarily need to look like they're heading to the yacht or the tennis club or the polo club, you know? It's just they can dress in whatever they want. And so even the ultra wealthy of today's society who might not be old money, they're not necessarily trying to dress like they are. They wear beautiful prints, beautiful sequins, embellishments, patterns. They might wear a logo, they might not wear a logo. I think it's so subjective. Whether or not you're in your fashion discovery mode and you like the timeless classic way of dressing doesn't mean that you're trying to look old money. Like for me personally, I recently talked about how I love buying workwear and classics and things that will last and things that are for the office and things that, you know, I'll feel good and going to work, making money as well and, you know, look good, feel good. A lot of these things are classic. I don't have any printed suits. I would like to though. I would like to. It's hard to find a good one. But I don't call myself old money, and the way I'm dressing today and appearing on camera as well is not really like I'm from an aristocratic family, you know what I mean? At all. So that's just kind of where I'm at with this. I think when you're hyper consuming to fit a trend and you want to have the persona like your old money and your classic and whatever, all it really takes is someone asking you what your last name is and what your family name is to know if you're old money or not, right? And so I think that there's nothing wrong with wanting to admire this trend and admiring less hyperconsumption, more focus on quality, luxury prints and materials, or even just consuming less and still shopping on a budget, but consuming with intent so that your clothes will take you through many seasons and they're not so trend focused. Whereas if you're just consuming to cosplay in a sense that you're a rich person, that's not really productive either, because at the same time that could develop imposter syndrome, you know? And the people who really are in the know will see some of these items of clothing that are bought with fast fashion. You're really not fooling anyone with the beige Zara blazer, as the one social media post said. There's nothing wrong with it though. If you want to shop on a budget and you like this more minimalistic, timeless look, go for it, by all means. Amazing, wonderful, fabulous. I think overall the trend is not necessarily a bad thing because it's not focused on hyperconsumption, as I said, but I just think that if someone is really, really like loving this trend and wanting to emulate this because they want to look like they're part of a upper class society or that they're from generational wealth, it's just not it. It's just not happening, you know? So I think overall, if you take bits of this trend and you want to streamline your wardrobe a little bit more and have classic pieces that will last, and also maybe instead of buying 5 pieces from a fast fashion outlet, if you buy even maybe just 1 or 2, like a really nice quality basic tank top that might be a little bit more expensive, but the fabric is going to last you years. It's not going to lose its color after a few washes. It's not going to be faded looking. It's going to be nice and rich, kind of thicker material, you know? Buying quality pieces that last versus just hyper consuming a bunch of neutrals and beige sets because that's what someone on TikTok told you was old money. That's what makes more sense to me, you know? And listen, I love a print. I love a printed blouse. I love a bedazzled shoe. I love my long nails. They might not be for everyone, but they sure are for me, darling. So I think that there's a time and a place for everything. If I want to wear a logo t-shirt, I'll wear a logo t-shirt because it's comfortable and I like it and I don't care. But if I want to wear a head-to-toe black suit with a white silk blouse, I'll do that as well. And suddenly, I'm not trying to look like I'm old money. I just like timeless classics. So it's kind of a fine line, in my opinion, this whole old money thing. I don't think it's necessarily helpful or productive to want to trick people into thinking you're old money because it's a trend. But I respect the fact that more people are trying to go for classics that aren't so much about consume and take a bunch of pictures in an outfit and then you've got another $20 outfit on the mail from Shein or wherever, ASOS, and then once that's done you're going to move on to the next, you know? Having more of a capsule collection wardrobe, not necessarily being, you know, 10-20 pieces, but things that have a function and a purpose and things that are going to last you a while is definitely the direction that I'm headed. And I think it's really smart as well just to think about all your purchases. And there's nothing wrong with buying a cute dress for a night out that's maybe fast fashion, or maybe it's ultra luxury and you're only going to wear it to an event or a couple of times, but whatever your budget can allow, I think just do it. I think though that I'm so relieved to see the Y2K trend isn't as much a thing anymore. There's still very much people online who love this trend, but it's not really something that's so much in our faces anymore. I think there's a time and a place for everything, and I think as well, like I can be a bit of a fashion chameleon, and I have a fashion identity that kind of just says these are the styles that I like. I don't necessarily always dress in blouses. Sometimes I'll be out doing errands in a t-shirt dress, and that's me, and I don't care. But I think as well with your fashion identity, I think it's fun to be a bit of a chameleon as well, but also recognize that certain categories and certain styles are for you or not for you. And I think with this trend, really take with it what you want. There's also so many popular items like the Loro Piana summer walks, I think it's the extra pocket from Loro Piana, that purse that so many people have a hard time getting. And I was seeing them all over social media this summer and I'm like, what is that bag? Like, in my opinion, it's so boring. But also, if you love it, then go buy it. It's amazing. Or buy a dupe of it if you want to buy a dupe of it, because it's something that's super understated. There's no logo on it, there's no branding, and those who are in the know. But I don't think buying something that doesn't have logos on it in order to be part of the if you know you know crowd and be kind of revered by someone who might point that out is for the best reasons either. At the end of the day, if you love any of these trending items and they resonate with you and they make you feel good, then go out and get them. But if you're buying them in order to kind of cosplay this old money thing, then all that's going to lead to is imposter syndrome. And I think that fashion, old money, quiet, loud luxury has a time and a place everywhere. And whatever makes you happy, just do whatever makes you happy. Hopefully this video makes sense, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed my updated take on it. And overall, I've already thoroughly explained this old money aesthetic in a previous video, so if you want to go check that out, it's when I was a bleach blonde. What was I thinking? Oh my god. If you want to see me bleach blonde, the video is linked below and have a further conversation. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Alright guys, bye!